University for having accorded me this privilege and honor to come and talk to great minds, to talk to our young people, the present and the future of our country. President William Ruto and I have made a conscious decision out of necessity and being realistic. Now the future of Kenya lies with our young people. The President and I have therefore agreed that we must go out of our way every day, every week, every month, every year to mentor young people into leadership, to become men and women of substance, to be the drivers of our economy, to be the drivers of our political leadership, to be the drivers of our entrepreneurship, to be the drivers of our foreign policy, to be part and parcel of the Kenyan state. It is why I'm here this afternoon to tell you that you great people, girls and boys, women and men, this country is in your hands. It's upon you to rise up to the occasion, realize your full potential, focus on it, and decide whom you want to be in this country and what role you shall play in the development of our great republic. I want to say, as I start, that we are here to talk about scaling the leadership ladder, youth leadership and development, and I want to tell you, my good people, that it is possible that you seated here one day, sometime, one of you here shall be the President of the Republic of Kenya. I want to tell you that it is possible with proper focus, believing in yourself, understanding that anything is possible with good focus and determination, that one of here will be Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court. Among you seated here are future cabinet secretaries. Among you seated here are future governors of our 47 counties. Among you here are vice chancellors of our public institutions. And among you here, a few of you may just fall by the wayside and just be spectators if you choose to. I don't want you to be spectators in the Kenyan landscape. I want you to be serious players in the Kenyan space. I want you to take over the leadership of this country. I want you to take over the leadership of business enterprises. I want you to be leaders of institutions of higher learning. I want you to be envoys in our embassies and high commissions abroad. I want you people to agree that if you are committed, focused, take care of yourself, the sky is not just the limit, but it is possible for you to be up there and look at what is happening in horizon and be a great leader. Let me say that leadership is a choice and it is doable. And I want to, in a very humble manner, tell you my story, just to encourage you that it is possible. You have seen it here. I saw you clapping as you saw me barefoot. It is true. My toes were jigger infested. I used to walk this way. But I've stayed in Nairobi for some time. I've perfected my way of life and straightened now I walk straight. This man here, who is Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and the Principal Assistant to President William Ruto, one of the greatest leaders in Africa, was born 59 years ago in a small village called Herega, in a grass-thatched house that was the remnant of the colonial structures where my father and mother, now deceased, were confined by the colonialists. My parents were peasants. They had not gone to school, they owned nothing. They had only the gift of giving birth to many children because we were 9. We were freedom fighters. My father was a gunsmith in the Mount Kenya forest where he would service weapons for the Mau fighters, while my mother would bring food and ammunition stolen from Kenyatta Police College to keep the war going. We were 9, no means of income. Many times we were chased out of school. Many times we went hungry. Our heads were full of lice. And I don't know whether you know how many types of lice that we have. I don't think whether you know how many types of lice we have. We have 2 types. One is which color? Eh? One is black and a white one. The black one is found in the head, the white one in the body. I don't think you know. That is the kind of life we led. Our beds were full of bed bugs. Our jiggers were invested with jiggers. But we had a determination that one day we shall be somebody. Went to an ordinary school and walked every day for 9 kilometers, to and fro 18 kilometers every day to get education. And somehow we went through school, and in 1977 I was able to do my certificate of primary education. It was called CPE then. And I was able to get admission to Kenyatta High School, where I did from 1 to from 6, and passed well, and went to the University of Nairobi, where I did the Bachelor of Arts in Literature and Political Science. I got a job in the public service as a young district officer and served in many parts of this great country. Thereafter, I became the personal assistant to the head of public service then, Professor Philip Bithi, and later on, I became the personal assistant to President Uhuru Kenyatta when he was presidential candidate and later leader of official opposition. From there, when President Uhuru Kenyatta did not make it in the year 2002, I left for the private sector and did business for 15 years. And I was able to build from nothing a huge empire of business where I employed over 1,000 people. Later on, I was to join Parliament as member of Parliament, and I only stayed in Parliament for 5 years. And after only 5 years in Parliament, I became the president of this great republic. The secret is simple. One, you must believe in God, and you must have faith. You must have faith. First in yourself and your desires. Number 2, you must put family first. The Bible tells us, take care of your parents so that they can bless you. You must respect your father and mother. And in an African setup, your mother and father is anybody else who is the age of your mother and father, including your teachers. You must respect your elders. And that starts from an early life. And that sets you into leadership. From there, you must be like me, a truthful man. You must be honest. You must say it as it is and take the consequences, whatever they are. There is beauty in being truthful. Today, the people of Kenya know that Rigathi Gachagua is a truthful man. I say it as it is. During our inauguration speech at Kasarani, I stood before the whole world. I told the people of Kenya that we have inherited a broke country with nothing. I told the people of Kenya even the stores the rats had run away because there's nothing to eat. Many people say that I'm a mischievous character. I am mannerless. I'm talking the truth in front of visitors. I said, with or without visitors, the truth remains truth. Today, I've been vindicated. What I said then has come to pass. And that is the hallmark of leadership. My good people, brothers and sisters, you must have self-discipline because leadership must start with you. Waking up early is a blessing. A good day starts early. And you know, and you for sure you know. Any day you are woken up late, by evening your day has been messed up. And if you start early, you plan your day, make all the difficult decisions in the first 3 hours in the morning when your mind is fresh. In the afternoon, you do 10 things because your mind is not functioning as good. That is leadership. All difficult decisions you want to make. If you wake up at 6, make sure by 9 a.m. you have agreed within yourself what is it that you must do. In the afternoon, do routine things, call your friends, because you don't require any thinking to call your friends. Do normal things. Once you have self-discipline, you start on a good footing. I want to say, self-discipline encompasses taking care of yourself. For you to become a leader, you must be alive. For you to own a company, you must be alive. And you must be healthy, both mentally and physically. If you don't take care of yourself, you take hard drugs, you take illicit alcohol, chances are 50% you die before your time. The other 50% is that you become a zombie, unbelievable. A fellow who is just walking around, drooling. I was walking in the streets of Mombasa this morning at 6 a.m. and I found a fellow who was high on drugs. He could not even see where he's going at 6 a.m. in the morning. My good people, please, keep off drugs. Drugs will give you temporary relief from problems. But by the time the drugs are through, the problems are even more. Let nobody cheat you that if you take drugs, you stay high. That the problems and the difficulties that you face have been solved. I want to speak to you at Pwani University and say that we face a big challenge in this country of drug abuse, drug and substance abuse among our people, including university students. And that's why I've come to talk to you. I want to plead with you. Please don't destroy yourself. Don't destroy your future. Because when you destroy yourself, your parents are devastated. The parents who have brought you here today have brought you here and they have sacrificed with a strong belief that one day you shall come to sort them out. Take care of your younger siblings and take care of your parents in old age. When now you come here and you get into drugs, you kill not just your dreams, but the dreams of your parents. I want to say, and I emphasize, and I plead with you, that you cannot be a man or woman of substance when you are on drugs. Drugs will destroy your mental capacity. They will make you dependent, and drugs are expensive. And you cannot sustain. And once you become addicted, that's about it. You are ruined, you are destroyed. I want to persuade you that self-discipline, keeping away from drugs, keeping away from alcohol, is the beginning of your success in what you want to do in the future. Let me say also, for you to become a leader in any sphere, you must be brave and courageous. Courage is an important ingredient of preparation to leadership. Cowards will never be anybody. Don't be cowardly. Take risks. All the great achievements in life are risky. But if you want to play safe all the time, you hear praise and this needs to be done, but there is a little danger, you shy away. You will be left behind. I want to say that you must be courageous. Once you have decided what is it that you want to do in your life, you must be courageous. And once you know you are on the right path, let nobody stop you. And if anybody tries to stop you, please hit at the air. I am a great admirer of President William Samoei Ruto. Despite being his deputy and his principal assistant, I'm a great admirer. That guy is on another level. When he decided he wanted to be president, and he convinced himself that it is doable, it is possible, and that Kenyans needed to benefit from his leadership, many obstacles were put before him. Something called the deep state unassisted. He had many detractors. Everybody was against him. But he said, no retreat, no surrender, I am a man on a mission. He traversed the width and the breadth of this country with sheer determination, despite being denied facilities, transport, aircraft, fuel, policemen stopping his meetings, bringing down tents for his meetings, disabling public address systems. The man was determined. And he said, I will push on, and nothing put on my path to leadership will distract me or deter me. And because of being focused and determined and courageous and self-disciplined, William Samoei Ruto, the son of a person, today is the President of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Forces. I must tell you, for you to be a good leader, you must practice terms of transparency and accountability. You must be transparent, you must be accountable. You must have integrity. There is no way your colleague in your faculty will support you to be a leader of anything if when you were in school, your work was to steal his pen when he is not in class. People must know that you are a transparent person, that you are accountable for your actions, that you are able to stand by what you mean, that what you say is what you mean, and what you mean is what you say. You must, as students of Pwani University, be accountable for your stay here for 4 years. You must account for that time. We have seen many students where people have done harmless to set them out of the country, to go and get university degrees, and they are escorted with buses to the airport when villagers have sold their chicken and sheep to raise money to take them abroad. And when they go abroad, they don't go to campus. They just hang around and do some many jobs. And then they keep on saying, now I'm in first year, when he is working in a grocery. He changes work from a grocery to a factory, he says, now I'm in second year. From the factory, he gets work in a hotel to peel potatoes, he says, I'm in third year. And then he gets a job at the airport, he says, I'm fourth year. The man has never been inside a campus. He is not accountable for what he is supposed to be. Also, for you to succeed, you must be prepared to learn from successes and failures. And what you do in the areas that you succeed, you build on them. All the great happenings, you sustain and build on them. Then on the failures part, You learn from your failures and make sure that you don't repeat the mistakes of yesterday. You can't do the same thing all the time and expect different results. So if you have done something this year, next year you have failed, you cannot do it the third year. You must audit your performance, build on the strengths and the successes, and address the failures and make sure that you don't repeat them. Again, for you to be a great leader, you must be decisive. I want to persuade you today, my great people, that a bad decision is better than no decision at all. There are people who are so indecisive in life. You ask them, what are you doing today? Well, I'm not sure. I think I want to go to Mombasa. No. Let me go to Kilifi. No, I'm thinking, I sleep today. No. I think, let me do my homework. No. Let me go and look for my girlfriend. You are lost. You can't make a decision. It's better to make a bad decision and live with it than to be indecisive. You cannot get anywhere, you cannot make a decision. And if you think of a matter for 2 hours and you cannot make a decision, you are in trouble. You must audit yourself. You must be able to decide what you want in life and do it. And it's better even to make a bad decision and correct it later than to be indecisive. I want to persuade you, great people, that humility is a virtue second to none. In leadership, you must be a humble person. Don't trample on others when you succeed, and show them how small they are and how big you are. Don't talk down to people because you have risen to be somebody. Be humble. Practice humility, it costs you nothing. Greet people by hand. Don't just wave at people. Because you think you are so big, you are so successful, you find it is time wasting to greet ordinary people. It costs you nothing to have a warm handshake with somebody that you have known or somebody that you have come across. And in the African setup, a greeting by hand is a warm thing and is a good thing because it's part of our culture. So as you pursue leadership, as you become somebody, you become the CEO of the Kenya Ports Authority, you become the Vice Chancellor of Pwani University, you become the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, you become the Governor of Kilifi County. That is good, but remain humble. Be humble the way you are when you are nothing. Some people get some little money. Little. 2,000 shillings. They start working with an academic angle. Everybody knows they have money. Please, remain humble as you succeed. Myself, I have a living testimony. This morning, I was walking on Mamageta Drive, and I found a woman selling mandazi, and she has been seeing me pass by. And today she had the courage and said, Pwani Gachagua, please, can I greet your hand? I said, why not? I gave her my hand. She refused to let it go. She said, I have challenges. My 2 children are at home. What I said here in Mandazi, the profit is only enough for my food. I said, okay, ma'am, I'm coming from exercise. I don't have anything with me. Come to my residence at 9, then we have a discussion. That lady called Stella was able to come and see me. We had a great discussion. A very enterprising woman, very hardworking, but has never been given a chance by anybody in life. Nobody has ever given her a chance. Because of her challenges and troubles, everyone she has talked to has dismissed her. I listened to her, and we discussed what she needs to put her children back to school. And I told her, although I can pay the school fees, I would rather do it differently. I would rather help you to expand your business, make the profits, pay the school fees yourself because it's sustainable, and then you can move on with life. And I was and we discussed what she needed to set up her business. I gave it to her. I'll check her on her when I come back to Mombasa and find out how she's doing. But she later called one of my assistants and said, after the photographs circulated in social media, the headmaster who had chased her children away told her to bring them back to school because she knows somehow she'll be able to pay. That is because I want to remain humble. Being a deputy president doesn't mean that I cannot stop by the road and talk to another woman. This position I've been given by God and the people of Kenya. So what? Why do people feel so big, so huge, so arrogant for no reason? You are not the first one, nor the last one in that position. Vice Chancellor, you are not the first Vice Chancellor, you are not the last. But I believe you have on the influence. Finally, let me say, you people, I want to encourage you to stay focused in what you want to do. And whatever you say, please say it if you mean it. You guys, don't cheat these girls that you shall marry them if you have no intention. Yeah. If you have no intention of marrying them, don't say you marry them. Just say let's be friends. Everything. If anything comes of that friendship, well and good. But don't beg and kneel and say, oh my dear, without you I cannot sleep. Oh, you are honey among rocks. You are the lemon of the toaster.
Hey, unajua ni saniaji.
Let me tell you, my good people, be a truthful person. I met my wife way back when I was in campus. And I told her that I would marry her. And even if I wanted to change my mind, I was already cornered. I had to marry her because I had said I would marry her. Please, keep your promises. It's important that you do so. Why will you be great men and women? I've given you the example of President William Ruto, a hustler, a guy who was rearing chicken. Today, he is President of the Republic of Kenya. Aisha Jumwa, our CS for gender and affirmative action, comes from this county. She left school at the age of 11 because her parents did not have school fees. And at the age of 13, she was married off. A young girl, a baby, barely, having another baby. Because a child of 13 is a baby. So you see a girl of 13 carrying another baby, two babies. But she had the courage to walk out of that marriage, go and educate herself privately into a secondary school, and with the determination, she was elected a councillor. Later on, she fought, and in 2013, she was elected as a women rep for this great county of Kilifi. In 2017, she was elected as a member of parliament for Malindi. In 2022, she fought a hard fight and came a credible second to Governor Mungaro. But because of her commitment, because of being forthright, because of being consistent, President William Ruto appointed her as Minister for Gender and Affirmative Action. Today, Aisha Jumwa sits in the cabinet and flies the Kenyan flag. On her own, from a primary school dropout, she educated herself and got a degree. She has successfully led the Kenyan delegation to the United Nations Women Assembly and represented Kenya. That's a girl from here in Kilifi who was married off at the age of 13. But she didn't give up. She did not agree to give in to poverty and the fact that she was married off as a young girl and served as a maid to the neighbors. And because of that sheer determination to succeed, today, a primary school dropout has risen to be a cabinet secretary in the government of the Republic of Kenya. I want you to clap for Aisha June. In this, I want to give a few examples in this county in terms of scaling the ladder for leadership. Amason Jaffa King, a poor boy from Magarini, going to school barefoot, with nothing, with no reference. His father is not known, his mother is not known, his brothers are not known. He worked hard, passed with flying colors, and was admitted to Alliance High School. From Alliance High School, he came tops and went to university and got a Bachelor of Law degree. At the age of 44, he was appointed a cabinet secretary in the Grand Coalition government of President Mwai Kibaki. Later on, he was elected as governor of Kilifi for 2 terms. Today, as we speak, that poor boy from Magarini, who had nothing but sheer determination to succeed and to be somebody someday, is the Speaker of the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. I want to say, your own member of parliament here, the Honorable Owen Maya, I'll be introducing him to you later, was just another character here in Kilifi. His father is not known, his mother is not known. We don't even want to mention the school he went to. He was just here. But he worked hard, went to school, got focus, and became a lecturer in this university. From there, he was appointed as county secretary of Kilifi. And from there, he was elected as member of parliament for Kilifi North, where he is serving the 2nd term. And he is the deputy leader of the majority in the National Assembly. Mekatilili Wamenza, a rural woman from the coast with nothing, no education, zero, no experience anywhere, led the resistance against the white man. She single-handedly started the revolution here in the coast to fight the white man. She was taken to prison and she never gave up. She was not intimidated. She was not a coward. She was a brave man. And she led that resistance. I want to say, great people, as I wind up, I want to encourage you. To make a conscious decision that one day, someday, you shall be somebody in this great republic. Please make that decision. And you cannot be somebody someday if you are in drugs. You can't. You can't be somebody someday if you disrespect your parents and those who are of the same age as your parents. You cannot be somebody someday if you cannot make a decision. You cannot be any man or woman of substance if you are a coward. And you cannot be anybody if you are deceitful and you are not truthful and honest. I have come here to introduce a young girl, Dr. Purity Ngina, a poor girl from a village in Nyeri, who became the first PhD holder in mathematics at the age of 28. Big year, of course. 28 years, a PhD holder. Please sit down. I want to encourage you people also to be creative. And I really love the young people because of their creativity. You know I have a nickname, don't you? What's my nickname? Because a young girl decided that Kenyans were having difficulty in pronouncing my name. Rigathi Gachagua is a difficult name. And she decided because Kenyans were liking me, especially the young people, because of being truthful, she wants to make it easier for them to refer to me. And that young girl called Ivy, she came up with the word Rigathi, this young girl. You want to see her? Yes. I'm here, they see you. And she's still single. So this young girl.
Lakini hiyo forward nayo. Hiyo forward inachoma, ipunguzwe.
So this young girl here, called Ivy Chelimo, is the inventor of Rigathi, which I have patents. And it's a trademark. If you use it, you must pay me millions. And because she's aware of my profession, she now works in my office as a strategist in matters communication. I've come here. I want to give you an opportunity to ask questions, isn't it? You want to ask me questions? Yes. But before you do, I've come here with some young leaders. Just to show you.
Salasia. Upadie Salasia.
I want to invite one great young man, the one and only Peter Salasia. You want him to say something?
Yes.
Asifiwe. Amen. Hallelujah. Assalamu alaikum. Leo nimesema vizuri. Bas, najua wengi tutakutananga na nyinyi TikTok. Sasa leo
leo una feedback.
Nashukuru sana leo kufika hapa Pwani University. Na mimi nataka nishukuru sana the management ya Pwani University kwa sababu you have been playing a very key role in inviting great people of this nation to come to speak to the young people. And I think this is the first university that I've invited the Deputy President to come and speak to them. I've seen the other week, we had some other visitors also. It means that you care about your fraternity. And the Vice Chancellor, you deserve to be grateful, right? One thing I've learned from our Deputy President is one. This is the first time that I'm sharing a platform with him. And one thing is that lazima ufiche kitu fulani watu wengine kuone yani wakudharau kidogo na alafu kuja uonyeshe kitu fulani. Unaona vile mimi nakanga tu chizi. Lakini ikifika background unaona vile napanga kazi. So that is how it means. It's only today I've known that the Deputy President of Kenya ni mtu alisoma political science. Na alisoma mambo ya literature. Na anaongea Kiswahili tamu sana. So, anaambia watu wengine Kiswahili yake ni kidogo. Lakini mtu mwerevu. So, me I can just say this. That whatever he has just shared is the truth of the matter. I remember in the year 2011,